All right. So what platforms, social media platforms, do I recommend working with at this time? I'm recording this in January of 2025. Well, I tend to be biased towards the platforms that I recently taught. And so I'll briefly mention them first, and then I'll talk about any other ones and my thoughts on. So Substack and Threads are, I recently taught a comprehensive Substack course and then a shorter Threads course. And so I really enjoy those platforms right now because to me, they're rising stars. Substack is amazing. I mean, they started out as an email newsletter type service, and then they expanded to, notes, where it's almost like a social media platform. It is a social media platform. And they expanded to podcasting, where you can upload a video or audio, and it automatically distributes it to, well, you check a box or two. It distributes to, Apple and Spotify and all the major platforms for free podcast hosting. Amazing, right? And if you make video, you can upload the video to Substack, and it automatically converts it to an audio podcast as well. Substack is amazing. Lots of features. It has community private chat features. You can chat with have a community group discussion with your followers, your subscribers rather. And anyway, lots of features. People are enjoying it. It's a small audience compared to, let's say, Instagram, which has a billion, maybe 2 billion now. You could look it up. How big is Instagram? How many users have Instagram has, right? It's small. It only has several tens of millions, okay, compared to the big platforms. But the followers or the readers of Substack, the listeners of Substack tend to be more, you might say, thoughtful, because it really started out as a long form newsletter type of platform. So people there tend to be more thoughtful readers, and rather than quick hits type TikTok type people. So Substack, you might want to look at it, see if you enjoy it. My number one answer whenever people say what should I use on what social media platform should I work with, is which one do you enjoy the most? Because if you enjoy using it, you tend to learn the etiquette, culture, the features of it just more naturally, rather than having to like purposely, diligently try to learn something. So use the one that you enjoy the most, which means you should try all of them to see which ones you enjoy the most. And also, the second question I always like to recommend asking yourself is, what do my clients use? What do my clients enjoy using the most? You literally should ask your clients, past clients, current past clients, potential clients, people, friends of yours who are similar to your friend represents your ideal client type. Ask them, which platform do you enjoy using? And they'll say, "Oh, I don't use social media." Some of them will say, "But I read Substack." Don't tell them Substack is a social media. It's like a lot of people like they're proudly saying, "I don't use social media," but then they use this or that, which are actually social media. So ask your clients, past clients, friends who are similar to your clients, where do they get their information essentially? Where do they get their news? Where do they find what do they read or listen to or watch? It was like, oh yeah, I don't use social media, but I watch YouTube all the time. YouTube is social media. Don't tell them that, because they'll dislike you for it. No, where do they consume content essentially? If you get those two questions, your favorite, try all of them. Which one do you enjoy, and where do your clients or friends who are similar to your clients hang out? That's really the best response to which platform should you use, because all of them have benefits. Like I said, Substack has benefits, Threads has benefits. Threads is quite cool right now because of you can post text only. You don't need images. You can post video, you could post images, you could post polls, right? You could interact with famous people, well-known people who don't have a lot of comments on Threads yet, but they're still on Threads, right? That some of the icons in my industry are on Threads, and I'm like, I could never reach them anywhere else, but on Threads, their audience is still relatively small. They don't get that many comments yet. By my commenting, they get to know me, and so Threads has those kinds of benefits. Um, of course, the traditional big ones like YouTube, right? If you're going to make video, you definitely should put it on YouTube, right? And also Instagram, huge. Any audience that you're trying to reach has probably tens of millions on Instagram. Whatever unique type of person you're trying to reach, There are probably tens of millions of them on Instagram because it's 2 billion, right? I think it's, again, look it up, right? Facebook, of course, has, what is it now? 4 billion, something like that. I mean, it's incredible. Again, look it up. I haven't, I don't memorize these numbers. I should. LinkedIn, a lot of people love using LinkedIn because it's a great place to reach higher income people. Yeah, the sort of the single platform that has the highest concentration of higher income people is LinkedIn. So if you enjoy using it, you should use it, right? And in the beginning, you're not going to have much engagement, but if you engage with others on LinkedIn, you tend to start building more engagement there. What else have I not mentioned? Medium.com, another popular blogging platform. If you're going to blog, you're going to write stuff, you might as well copy paste it to Medium, right? It's going to take you an extra 2 minutes, right? Um, let's see here. LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Threads, Substack, Medium. Am I missing something? I feel like I'm missing. Well, TikTok recently has had some really good PR by shutting down for a few hours and then coming back online. Just kidding. We thought we were banned, but looks like we're going to be okay for now. Blue Sky. Oh, I should mention Twitter and Blue Sky. Okay. So if you don't mind right-wing politics, use Twitter, X. Lots of right-wing politics there are very welcome. There's lots of some left-wing people there who are very brave and continuing to fight the good fight there. Blue Sky is the opposite. Blue Sky is left-wing politics. It's Blue Sky is the left-wing blue alternative to Twitter. That's really secretly, not secretly. It's sort of the undercurrent is that's really what it's about. And so if you're trying to reach more progressives, liberal progressive folks, you should probably look at Blue Sky. That's an alternative to X. Twitter is a lot bigger because it's got a lot more history. Blue Sky is still starting, but I think it's already reached probably a couple tens of millions already. And right now, as I'm recording it, literally January 20th, Trump inauguration, Blue Sky is going to probably grow quite a lot in the next 4 years. So in the next year. So you might want to look at that. And TikTok, like I mentioned, is huge. If you make short form video, you should put it on TikTok and see how it does. See if you enjoy using it. Danger about TikTok usage is two dangers. One is it's owned by China, essentially. So I, having come from Taiwan myself, that's where I was born, and that's where most of my family is. I try not to support China products. And so I don't like using TikTok. I don't have it installed on my phone because it's China surveillance of basically U.S. and Western nations. It's quite hypocritical, right? It's like China surveillance. China is just taking the TikTok data, app data installed on hundreds of millions or tens of millions of U.S. phones and European phones. China is taking that data and using it for their national security and national dominance. Whereas China does not allow all the Western platforms. China doesn't allow X, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. China does. China, like I have a friend. I'm sorry, I should stop saying it, but I have a friend locally now who grew up in China, and she didn't know about Tiananmen Square. She didn't know about Tiananmen Square. Literally didn't even know that existed. She doesn't know about the Uyghurs. Okay, like all these like horrific Chinese things. Like I didn't know about those. Yeah, I didn't. Yeah. Anyway, so that's my beef against TikTok. The other reason for TikTok that's dangerous is if you're a user, it's extremely addictive. It's like the most addictive social media platform. So just gotta be aware of that. And there's going to be new ones that come up, I'm sure, in the coming couple years. And it's probably a good idea if you enjoy using a new platform. There's one that I'm playing with right now, which I'll talk about, in the future, called Uptrust. Uptrust is a new platform that is trying to make social media wise again. And I kind of like lightly advise them, and I'm hopeful for them. And so that's anyway, I'm gonna whatever platform that I think is really worth investing your energy into, you'll probably see me teach a course around it. Long story short, Look at what you enjoy using, try them all, and look at what your clients enjoy using. Those are your best answers, the combination of those two. So I hope this is helpful. And please comment below if you have any opinions about the various social media platforms and what's worth using, particularly for business growth.